This is my Parvine's video on John Baudrillard. John Baudrillard was born in Reims in the northeast region of France on July the 27th in 1929. He hails from an ancestry of peasants and civil servants and was actually the first in his family to attend university. He attended Sorbonne University where he studied German language and literature, and he then went on to become a professor in those two as well. He had a keen interest in sociology and photography, and he then went on to expand his career into consumerism and journalism, which then led him to take an interest in published works regarding semiotics and of other postmodernist theorists such as Jean-Francis Lyotard. He's very well known on the postmodern scene and is regarded as the high priest, I quote, of postmodernism. In his early books, such as The System of Objects, for a critique of the political economy of the sign and the consumer society, Baudrillard's main focus is on consumerism and how different objects are consumed in different ways. So that could be the way food is consumed, the way clothing is consumed, and how it's consumed. So do people like you and me wear things once and then chuck it away, or do we use it over a long period, extensive period of time? And why we do that, why our habits like that as a society, why do we tend to do these things? At this point during his career, Baudrillard was heavily influenced by Marxism, but his outlook on society was completely different to that of Karl Marx, in the sense that he believed that consumerism and consumption was the driving force of a capitalist society rather than production. It was at this point in his career that he wrote 4 value-making processes for the object value system. Step 1. The first is the functional value of an object, its instrumental purpose. So a pen, for instance, writes and a refrigerator cools. It's a fridge. The second is the exchange value of an object. So its economic value, so how much a pen is worth. A pen can be worth 3 pencils, and a fridge might be worth the salary earned after 3 months, so 3 months' salary. The third is the symbolic value of an object, so what does it actually mean to a society? And that can mean a pen could symbolize education, students use pens, or it could symbolize office work, whereas a diamond is, technically a girl's best friend, and you always think of diamonds when you think of marriage, so what you get as a ring. And the last one is the sign value of an object, its value within a system of objects, so a hierarchy almost. A certain type of pen might not have any functional benefit, whereas another one might. So if you think of Parker pens are much better than normal Beryl pens, like the ones you used to use in school, in primary school, and like Bic pens as well. Parker pen is higher up on the hierarchy than a Bic pen. The term hyperreality was actually coined by John Baudrillard himself in 1980, and he went on to write a philosophical commentary called, in French, Simulacre et Simulation, in English, Simulacra and Simulation. The commentary explored the relationship between semiotics, society, and reality. Now, semiotics is the study of symbols. Through the commentary, Baudrillard came to the conclusion that society had replaced all realistic meaning with symbols and signs which would be used to evoke or emanate emotions to that of their original counterparts. So, for example, right now I'm talking to you guys on webcam. It's basically me talking to a bunch of people I can't see, or you almost talking to a digitally a digitally reproduced image of me. So you're just looking at a copy of me talking to you, and that is a simulacra. Another example is traffic lights. You see them every day. Realistically, those round little lights, red, green, and amber, they mean nothing. Their meanings, their connotations of stop, get ready, go, are actually given by society. So it's the cultural significance that society gives those three colours. And if somebody came up to you and went, stop, danger, and there's a bunch of people running around bleeding, red is blood, and you think danger. So that light, that red light, effectively evokes the same emotions, and that's the reason you think always of danger or love or blood or murder, those kinds of things when you think of the colour red, or money, being eco-friendly for green, and orange is just kind of like really hesitant almost. So those symbols and signs are known as simulacra individually, and collectively they're known as simulacrum. Whereas the process they originate from, that Baudrillard named them, there's 4 stages actually, and conjointly they're known as the procession of simulacra. So during the 1980s, he moved away from economically based theory, which was to do with, as I said earlier, the object value system. He moved away from that and went to media, mass communication, and semiotics in particular. A concept which was actually created by a theorist known by the name of Ferdinand de Sosa. He expanded, Baudrillard that is, he expanded on Sosa and Roland Barthes's work of semiology, thus embarking upon a historical version of structural semiology, simulacra. He argued that today reality is non-existent, so that's hyperreality, like I told earlier. He elaborated on simulacrum and found simulation, so the process by which simulacra and simulacrum occur. He said that he used actually in his examples nuclear weapons as deterrents, and he also mentioned the Twin Towers, so the World Trade Center, and he caused a lot of controversy on that. In my opinion, Jean Baudrillard is actually probably one of the most successful philosophers of recent times, and his work appears, it's evidence of that. He must have been quite a smart guy to figure all of that out. So yeah, Jean Baudrillard. Bye!